Hello and welcome to Jadwiga's Fairy Tale channel. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm going to tell you a little story from Iran, and it is called The Brother Whose Fortune Was Asleep. Once upon a time, there were two brothers who, after their father's death, divided the land and his heritage in two completely equal parts. So one brother was working on one part of the field and the other on the other part. But the younger brother always got a rich and full harvest, whereas the elder one never really got along very well. So after this had repeated for a couple of years, the elder brother said, let's switch. Let's switch our parts. And the younger brother agreed. But the same thing happened. The younger one had lots of harvest, good harvest, whereas the elder one never really had a good living. So the elder one became jealous and angry, and he wanted to change something, so he decided, I will steal my brother's grain. One dark night, he took his donkey and an empty bag and secretly went to the barn where his brother stored his harvest. But just as he wanted to enter, there stood a man in front of him and said, who are you? What are you doing here? And the brother got frightened, but then said, and who are you? Well, said the man, I am your brother's fortune, and I take care that nobody steals his harvest. Now the elder brother was surprised and then said, but where is my fortune? Well, said his brother's fortune, look over on that mountain. There, on top of that mountain, there is your fortune, and it's sound asleep. Go up there, wake it up, and you will see. The brother went home, and next morning he gave all of his belongings to his younger brother and said, I am going to travel on a travel, and I'm going to look and wake up my fortune. So after a couple of miles, he met a lion. And the lion was hungry. He wanted to eat the man. But the man said, oh, please, please let me live. I'm on my way. I want to find my fortune. Oh, said the lion. Well, if you find it, just ask your fortune why I am never satisfied. I'm always hungry. Ask why that is so. I will do that, said the man, and went on. And a little later, he came to a man who really worked hard on his fields, but never had a good harvest. And when the brother told him that he was going to look for his fortune, the man said, oh, please, once you met your fortune, ask it why I never have a good harvest on this land. I will do that, promised the man, and went on. And he came to a city, and just as he passed the big gate of the city, he was caught and brought to the king. And the king asked him, who are you? What are you doing here in my city? And the brother told him his story. Well, said the king, when you meet your fortune, please ask it why my kingdom does not really bloom and prosper, why everything is not in flow. I will do that, said the man, and he went on. So on the foot of that mountain, he could already hear his fortune snoring. And he climbed up the mountain on top, he found a man sound asleep and snoring like cutting a whole wood. So he kicked his fortune and said, get up, you slept long enough. Now get in action, do something for me. And the man sat up, looked around, and realized who that man was. Now they were talking, and the brother told his fortune, his story, and also asked the questions of the king, the farmer, and the lion. And with these answers, he went down the hill, the mountain, and first came to the king again. And the king said, well, what did your fortune say? And the brother said, well, my fortune said that you have to get married, but you're not a man, you're a woman. That's right, said the queen. So will you marry me? Will you be the king beside me? The king sitting on the throne beside mine? But the young man shook his head and said, I'm sorry, but I have to go home because my fortune is waiting there for me. And then he came to the farmer, and the farmer asked him, now, what did your fortune say? Why, I don't have good harvests. Well, that's easy, said the young man. There is a treasure buried on your field, and if you get that out, you will have a good harvest. Now, this man went upon his field with his daughter. They found the treasure, and it was really a rich treasure with lots of gold and precious stones and money and all things you could wish for. And the farmer said, well, marry my daughter, and this treasure will be my wedding present for you. But the young man said, no, I'm sorry, but I have to go home because there my luck is waiting, my fortune is waiting for me, and I don't want to miss it. So he went on and again met the lion. And the lion asked, what did your fortune say? Why I'm always hungry? And the man said, well, that's easy. My fortune said you should just eat the biggest fool you have ever met on earth. The lion thought for a little while, looked at that man, and ate him. Yeah, this funny little story is, I think, really wise because I guess all of us are looking for luck, for fortune. I don't think there is anyone who says, oh, I don't care about my fortune. I don't need it. Yes, we all long for it. Even though each of us might have a different idea of what my fortune is. Some people might think a huge amount of money would be fortune, or a beautiful house would be fortune, or the ideal partner, or maybe a big car or a precious watch or whatever. But everything, even when we get it, when we get what we think is missing for our fortune, it might make us a little while happy. But then we get used to it, or either we get used to it, or either it fades away. Never ever does the fortune last. It just dissolves. And then new wishes arrive. And we get, but when I get that, then I will be happy. That can never work because the fortune is not somewhere around us in this world. The fortune is only within us. And this is the only place we can find it. It's insane that so many people are looking for their fortune while they can never, ever find it. But if we start looking inside and opening our hearts and being helpful and useful and servants for others, either for people or for nature or for whatever, then we find our fortune, because this makes us happy. This makes us happy from heart, and this fortune nobody can take it away from us. I mean, I can have a huge, beautiful home. One fire, it burns down. And then I had a huge, beautiful home. Or a huge amount of money that can be stolen or taken by whatever. This does not last. This is no warranty for luck. So I encourage us to start looking for luck, for fortune inside of us. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you next time for the next video. And bye.